Guys, it's BJ. And I was removed from Twitter again. I don't care. Good cause this time. So apparently, there are children here in the United States that are here on what's called a medical visa. Didn't know that, don't care. I mean, I don't care in the way of like, it doesn't bother me. I hope they get the treatment they need. So, yesterday, the Trump administration, in all their glory, sent out letters to all these children. Like, what it is like missionaries and doctors and surgeons that like donate their time and whatnot. Okay, they, like from third world countries, they'll, like some missionary will see some kid that like has leukemia or something, or they don't know what's wrong, and they'll send him over on a medical visa to get treatment, right? They're not going to live here. They're just here to get chemo or whatever it is, the life-saving treatment that is necessary. Okay, so yesterday, the Trump administration sent all these parents letters saying, pack it up, wean your kid off the chemo, like you're done, go home. You have 30 days to leave. I think it was actually 33 days. Why 3? I have no idea. You have 33 days to leave the country, or we're sending ICE to arrest you. And these are people here legally. They're on a medical visa. So, some of the children were on TV yesterday. A little boy who has cystic fibrosis, and he's getting life-saving. There's no treatment. He would have been dead in his country. There's no treatment for cystic fibrosis. If you don't know what that is, it's a lung disease, a genetic lung disease. And so his parents were brought here. I don't know if it was by a missionary. I don't know who brought them. Like, I don't have that information. But they were legally brought here. Legally. It's not illegal. You have a medical visa. It says, like, you're doing this until medically you're, like, done, right? And, yeah, they just said leave. Like, you can't stay anymore. You are to wean them off, take them off of the life support systems they're on, take them off of the medication that's saving their lives, and get the fuck out of our country. I couldn't, guys. I'm sorry. I couldn't stand it. I can't stand this whole cruelty act. I don't even know if Trump cares that these kids are, like, he just wants to look like a badass. Do you ever know a guy like that who, like, wants to look so, like, such a badass that he will, like, do anything to make him look like the big bad guy? That's Trump. Like, in my mind, he's like the bully. Like, he never had a physical fight with anyone. He never served in the military. He was a pussy. He like pussied out on everything. And see, this is the talk that gets me in trouble. But you're going to go throw little kids off their cancer treatment, little 4-year-olds that are dying, that will die. They'll die. It's their lives. You can't. Okay, so if he had said, I don't want any more in, as much as I would hate that, I wouldn't have gone on a rant. But I went on a rant because he wants to take the children that are halfway through their treatment right now, and there's no hope of getting treatment in their country, and rip them off their treatment right now. He's asking parents to basically give their children a death sentence so that he can look like a big badass. Oh, you're beating up the little 4-year-old. I mean, I don't get it. What a fucking idiot. I'm sorry. He is. And so I got mad. So I went on Twitter. I can't help it, guys. I can't help it. This administration, it's just so filthy. And I'm not stupid. I'm not saying that no other administrations, but no other administration is as heartless. Like, none. We've never had, maybe back when we were putting Japanese people in internment camps. That was probably the closest to this there is. And that is like such a big scourge. It's like a big bruise. Like, we are not the good guys. And wait, because I want to see if the fucking wife walks out with another shirt that says, "I don't care, do you?" Do you remember that? She did that when the kids were in the cages. And how do you become something that ugly? Like, what an ugly soul. Ugly people in America, man. I don't know what has happened. I don't know why. Half the people that I talk to that are Trump supporters, because there's some in my circles. And believe me, my feeling about them has changed. Like, because I don't believe, here's the difference. I don't believe you can ignore one thing for the other. Oh, the economy. Well, we'll see about that. He's running up deficits that somebody's going to have to pay for. Probably my Social Security. But we'll see about all that. Maybe he is the best economist. But that does not delete the damage that this admin has done to our environment, to our basic lives. Like, I explained it with, like, the last time he pointed out the Jews. Holy shit, that scared me. It was leaves against my window. Okay, so what he does is, he wants to be an oligarch. He wants to be Putin. I mean, he just literally threw a fit because Putin couldn't be in the G7. And it's like, why would you care about that? And then he sat around talking bad about President Obama and talking good about Putin. You're just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You can have those feelings, but why would you go to our allies and say shit? Anyway, that's a whole nother. Here's the thing. Recently, he called Jews disloyal if they didn't support him. They were disloyal, not to him, to being a Jew. And the premise here is that, and being an American, disloyal to America. And the premise of America, or any democracy, is that you're allowed to have any opinion you want without being perceived as disloyal. Even Trump, who loves Russia, wants Russia back into the fold, wants to do, right? Right now, he's holding off funds for the Ukraine to protect itself that we've promised them, because he wants Russia to be able to take it over and build and Russia's, oh, by the way, and Russia is socialism. So I don't get it. Like, you guys, the Trump people scream about socialism. I'm like, then why are you so hot on Russia? Like, it just doesn't make sense. Anyway, what he does is he wants to be an oligarch, right? But he doesn't have the strength or the teeth or he's a coward. So what he does is, instead of him doing all the horrible deeds, killing reporters that are against it, all that stuff, what he does is he floats it. He goes out there and he says to his little minions, now the Jews are disloyal to me. And what that does is put a target on their back, on more Jews' back, on more synagogues' back. Because he knows that his sanction of the United States carries enough of right-wing nutcases that means that he has put the target out there. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't have to. He allows these people to act on his behalf. And they have. And they've done they did it in Pittsburgh. They've done it all over. They've acted on his behalf. He is pointing every time he does that, he points the finger and makes people in this country a little less safe. Now he went after little kids that have cancer, leukemia, Hodgkin's lymphoma. That's who he went after, all because they're brown. They're not white. He literally said it the other day. He was like, this is our America. Like, people actually think that way. Like, America should remain, I hope it remains, the melting pot, because he wouldn't be here. If it wasn't, he wouldn't be here. And on and on. But he thinks just white people. So I'm watching this man basically hand a death sentence out to little kids with cancer. And Twitter doesn't want me to say anything. I'm sorry. Not sorry. So I guess I don't have a Twitter account for a while. They shut me down. They want me to do all this stuff. I'm not doing shit, because if I can't speak, and I wasn't even lying. Like, I didn't even lie. All I said was the exact facts I said here. People got these notes, because what I noticed is, sorry, cold remnant. What I noticed is that I'm not hearing it on TV that much. A little bit here, a little bit here. Where the fuck is the outrage? Like, this should be something it's so outrageous that I just am not, like, I watched Morning Joe this morning and they hardly mentioned it. I cannot believe they're breezing over this. Like, children are going to die if you pull the plug on them, and that's what he wants, because they're brown children. I've never had a violent thought in my life. And I'm really proud of that I don't have violence in me, that I never had a fist fight. I'm just not that person. But I want to hear it. My voice is my tool. I want to hear it from people. I want these guys to start talking about it. Come on, stop being such, I swear, even like MSNBC, CNN, Fox at least stood up to him the other day. Fox said, we don't work for you, because he was saying some bullshit about their people. It's like, even Fox stands up to him, and I feel like people are mamby-pamby about him in cases where, like this. Like, the big thing they're talking about today is Mattis. I get it. That's something everybody wants to know about, but at the same time, these children have 30 days. The clock is ticking. There should be petitions. I should start one, but now I can't get on Twitter. You speak the truth in the United States now, and they shut you down. If you ain't scared, you're just blind.